Welcome to Gardening with Heidi. Today we're going to talk about the Cranberry Hibiscus plant. This plant is a wonderful addition to your Southwest Florida garden, used for nutritional purposes. You can just add this into your salad. It's delicious. This plant originated in the DR Congo or South Africa region, and it was said to have traveled to the South Americas to help feed the slaves. So they actually brought this plant over when they, did that so they could feed the people. So it has a history for sure. So it is used a lot in African cooking and Caribbean cooking and things like that. Now this plant prefers a hot, warm area in your yard. Unfortunately, like right here, it's not too hot. So you see how it's reaching for the sun. The sun's over here, so this is not an ideal spot for this plant. I just set it down here for a second and just kind of left it and kind of neglected it. So it can do well. It seeds all over the place, so once you plant it, you'll find little babies are growing all over the place, so you can potentially share those with friends and so forth. So now everything on this plant is edible, I guess, even the root, but the root is said to be kind of fibrous and not so good. So mainly the ideal portions are the leaves up here. So especially these young ones like this that are really nice and bright. These have a very tangy flavor to them, and they're high in antioxidants and nutrients. I mean, obviously the color has an indication that there's some antioxidants in there, but you simply can cut these back and they will just re-sprout and grow. Typically, I think they last about maybe a couple years down here in zone 9A to 11. They'll last a couple years, and up north you would just need to take them inside. But yeah, you just can simply see here I've cut here and they just sprout out. So I'm going to come down here, and you want to cut at a 45-degree angle again. Let me demonstrate this. So I'm going to come like maybe right in here and go right there and just cut at a 45-degree angle. And I can take these and harvest. Again, I like to turn it upside down and look for any pests that might have come. Typically pests like to come in and kind of live underneath the bottom of the leaf, and that's where they lay their eggs, and you can really see the damage a lot easier on there. So I usually try to clean my leaves out here. These don't have like pests on them, otherwise I wouldn't drop them on the ground. But if they've been nibbled on, I don't really like eating nibbled on plants parts, so I give those back to the ground. And so I'll take these and wash them in my spinner, and then just layer them in between some paper towel and put them in like a Tupperware container, and these will last in my refrigerator for several days. Now you just add these sparingly to your salad. You can add in all the different varieties of leaves. It's wonderful. It gives it nice color. You have a diverse amount of nutrients coming from different plant profiles, which is really good for your digestion and good for just overall health. You don't want to just eat the same plant over and over and over and over again. So having this to add into your greens and to your salad is wonderful. You can also cook this as well, and I guess the color maintains its color when it's cooked, so it's really nice in stir fries. Now this plant itself is kind of because it's in the shade, it didn't quite get that nice burgundy color, but when it gets out in the sun, if this was to be in full sun, you're going to get these nice dark burgundy colored leaves. So remember to plant these in full sun. They do a lot better there. Yeah, so it's a wonderful plant. Remember, if you like what you're seeing and if you think this might be a plant you want to try, give me a yes in the comments. Let me know if you've never heard of it. Let me know any plants you might want to know about. And I will put a description sheet in the comments about all the nutritional values and some other links for you to learn more about this plant, because there's just so much to talk about, and I'd rather you just get it directly from good sources, and you can have it as reference. And so look in the descriptions for more details on everything from this plant. A couple more planting tips from the Cranberry Hibiscus. This plant is said to actually transfer some genetic material from its roots into the soil. There's something called the root knot nematode that can be devastating to plants, especially if you plant tomatoes or potatoes. So if you actually plant this plant in cycles around those areas, you can help combat those nematodes. So I thought that was kind of cool. Another thing too is if you're planting these in the ground, you're going to want to make sure, if you mulch, you want to make sure that your mulch is like a hand width back from the stem, okay? And if you're going to propagate these, you can simply just come in and, again, at an angle, you just want to cut like that, and you can just put these right in the ground, or you can put them in the water to get the roots to go. So it's pretty simple to propagate, but like I said, these also seed, and you will find them all over your yard as well. So simple. The butterflies like them, so they do bring in pollinators and things like that. Another really cool thing is the flower on this will come in I think it's when the light gets lower in the fall and the winter, that's when it flowers. But the flowers only come out for about 4 hours. So if you want to get that hibiscus flower tea, which a lot of people use, you want to keep an eye on when those flowers are coming and harvest them at the right time. So enjoy your tea, enjoy your cranberry hibiscus, and plant this in your garden. So please like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to get me to come to you every time. Like and subscribe.